Assuming you truly wanted to sell your house and did not willingly take it off the market, there are many reasons why your listing expired. I know you're probably feeling very frustrated by now and probably feeling very angry, defeated, and downright disappointed that your house did not sell. I'm so sorry that you had to experience the downward emotional roller coaster that occurred as time kept on passing you by and your house sat on the market day after day, week after week, month after month. I can't imagine what the last few days, weeks, or months have been like for you. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I understand everything you're going through. And I'm not going to say that I know exactly what you're feeling and blah, blah, blah. All this stuff that people think they have to tell you when your house does not sell. The truth is, I don't understand. I can't fully understand the stress and the frustration that you had to deal with because I am not you. I'm not in your body. I'm not in your mind. I don't walk in your shoes. I don't have your life. And I don't get to experience things exactly as you do. That's just the truth, the real truth. But what I can tell you is that I have a lot of compassion for what you're going through. I empathize with you. Again, assuming you wanted to sell and were ready to sell, I'm so sorry that your listing expired and that your house did not sell. I have compassion for everything you're going through, which is the very reason why I'm making this video for you. If you're going to list your house again and put it back on the market, you need to understand the main reasons why your home didn't sell in the first place. There are many reasons, but there are only top 3 reasons that all expired listings have in common. Reason number 1, the property was overpriced. Reason number 2, the pricing strategy was backwards. Reason number 3, the marketing plan was weak and ineffective. Now, let me give you more information about the top 3 reasons why your listing expired. Reason number 1, the property was overpriced. I know it's difficult to hear. No seller wants to hear that their property is overpriced. I don't want to cause you any more pain or add anything else to your frustration. But I have a duty and a responsibility to tell you the truth. If there were any other properties in your neighborhood that were for sale, went under contract, and sold at market value, and your house sat on the market for months without a solid offer that went to closing, then your house was overpriced. I see it happening every day. There's always that 1 or 2 houses in the neighborhood that buyers would love to put an offer on, but because they're overpriced, buyers flat out ignore those houses. Let me explain the short-term and the long-term damage of overpricing. Short-term damage. When you overprice and your listing goes live, buyers will happily browse to the pictures online, but most of them are way too intimidated to allow themselves to come in your house in person for a private showing. So they keep on watching your house online from their phone, from their computer. They may drive by the neighborhood, but they will not visit your house in person. This means that they completely X you out. Guess whose house they're visiting in person? The other houses in your neighborhood that are priced at market value. And guess what? That's where they start comparing and exploring all of their options. They realize that they don't want to overpay for your house, even if your house is nicer. Most buyers rather spend money for the house next door that's similar to yours and that is not way overpriced, because in their minds, the house that's priced at market value will give them equity. But when they buy an overpriced house, any equity that they hope to gain within a certain amount of timeline is gone from the moment they overpay for your house. The long-term damage, it's even worse. As a home seller, this is the one that hurts you the most. When you overprice, you help your competition sell faster, while your house sits on the market without any signs of a serious qualified buyer. In simple terms, what I am saying to you is that when you overprice, you help your neighbor homes sell fast, even above asking price. Buyers are more likely to put an offer above asking price for a house that's priced correctly rather than to put an offer at market value for a house that's overpriced. Let me give you an example. Let's say there are two houses that have the same value, $300,000. House A and House B are both worth $300,000. And now both owners are ready to sell. House A is listed at $300,000 and House B is listed at $350,000. Guess what will happen? Buyers are far more likely to offer $300,000 or more for House A, but they will think twice about putting the same offer on House B. Both houses are worth the same, but buyers have a completely different attitude towards both houses. And the price is the reason why. Reason number 2 why your listing expired is that the pricing strategy was backwards. Yep, I see this one all the time. A seller who is fully aware or was advised that his or her home was worth $300,000 and wants to test the market and list it for much higher. So they put the house for sale at like $350,000 and slice the price every week or every other week as time goes by. I call this backward pricing strategy because it would have been much more beneficial to the seller to price the house just below market value, say for example $29999, and end up with multiple offers, aka bidding war, which most likely would lead them to selling it above $300,000. But instead of the right pricing strategy that moves them forward, some sellers opt out for backwards pricing strategy. And once they realize that they are not getting any serious offers, they start slicing the asking price week after week and holding open houses every weekend. By the way, here's a tip for you. If you've been holding open houses every weekend for more than a month and homes are selling in your area, you are definitely overpriced. That or there's something seriously wrong with the house. Using the backwards pricing strategy hurts you, the seller, in many ways. Number 1, most sellers reduce the price, but not enough to price it at market value. You know, they go from being like $50,000 overpriced to $45,000 overpriced. That doesn't help at all. Once you come to terms that your house is overpriced, please reduce to the amount of market value. This will actually help you catch up to the current market trends and stop you from moving backwards. If you don't reduce to market value, you'll end up with problem number 2, which is lagging behind as the gap gets wider and wider. Lagging behind is the expression I use when I see houses on the market that are way overpriced and are being reduced week after week, little by little, but never get an opportunity to catch up to true market value. Think of it like a race. The other houses in your neighborhood are racing and they reach their closing date successfully while your house is still dragging on the market without a serious offer from a qualified buyer. As you can tell, I am not a fan of backwards pricing, which makes complete sense because I am not a backwards realtor. I'm a visionary realtor, and being visionary requires that I look forward, not backwards. Being a visionary realtor requires that I also move forward, not backwards. It just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Reason number 3 why your listing expired is that the marketing plan was weak and ineffective. Now, there are times when a house is priced correctly and it doesn't sell. If there's nothing wrong with the house at the right price, and there are other houses that are selling in the neighborhood, then there's only one main reason why your property did not sell. The marketing plan was weak and ineffective. Now, I'll be very honest with you. The first 2 reasons that I mentioned earlier are usually the seller's decision, but the third reason that we're talking about right now is usually because of the realtor. The marketing plan you get is directly connected to the realtor you hire. And if the marketing plan sucks, it's very likely that you hired the wrong realtor. Or maybe you hired the right realtor, but they didn't do their job, which at the end of the day means that they were not the right realtor to sell your house. Not all realtors are expert at selling the same type of property in the same area. Let me be very clear about another thing that I wish that many home sellers and realtors would understand. Posting a listing on the MLS is not a marketing plan. There are many home sellers and realtors out there who think that posting a listing on the MLS and on a couple of websites is a marketing plan. I repeat again and again and again. Posting a listing on the MLS is not a marketing plan. Posting a listing on the MLS is not a marketing plan. I don't know how much clearer to say this. Posting a listing on the MLS is not a marketing plan. Posting a listing on the MLS is not a marketing plan. Posting a listing on the MLS is not a marketing plan. My heart goes out to you if you hired a realtor whose marketing plan is to list your house on the MLS. It's just really sad. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to say this. It's just a really sad situation. There are also times when a realtor might have a marketing plan besides listing your house on the internet, but the so-called marketing plan is weak and completely ineffective. It happens every single day. How can you tell if your marketing plan is weak and ineffective? Well, if you were priced correctly and your house was great and there were other houses selling in your neighborhood and yours didn't sell, well, that's all you really need to know. The marketing plan was weak. It didn't work, therefore your house did not sell. Want to see what a real marketing plan looks like? Here you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's a marketing plan. A marketing plan that delivers productive results. Don't settle for a mediocre realtor. You need to hire the best real estate agent that will invest time and valuable resources to get your home sold. If you have any questions, feel free to call or text me at 754-232-5952. You can also email me at crystal@nestfinder.com. I'm Crystal Beauvoir with the Nestfinder team at Coldwell Banker. I believe in honesty, integrity, trust, and respect. Happy home selling. I wish you the very best, and I will see you in the next video.